All right, my beautiful friends, it is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019. We have to talk because there's something occurring here that we've seen for weeks. And I don't think it's gotten much attention, but I want to bring it to your attention right now. As I am doing this video blog, stocks are down slightly. However, at the open, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, all the major indices were down a lot more. And it's an interesting phenomenon. For weeks and weeks, we've seen the same thing. The moment stocks open lower, they are bought up. Now, when this happens just once in a while, you could say, it's the normal market. But without exception, this has been occurring for weeks. So obviously there's more than meets the eye here. This just doesn't make sense in this environment. I mean, what you could do to take advantage of it, I would imagine, I won't get involved in this, but I'll just throw it out here. Being that we have seen this phenomenon occur time and time again, without exception for weeks, well, I guess right at the open you could buy calls on an index and you'll do okay. But the fact that this is occurring right under our nose and is getting like no attention is very important. And it plays into the rigging of this market. Let's talk about the rigging of this market, because I want to share this with you. There's apparently a woman, a former President Trump economic advisor, Judy Sheldon. She's talking about wanting to be appointed to the Federal Reserve. Now, if she gets in there, this is her perspective. Don't take my word for what I'm going to say. Look it up for yourself. So Judy Sheldon is saying that the Federal Reserve should adjust their monetary policy to what the stock market is doing. In other words, the Federal Reserve should do whatever they can to keep the stock market boosted up. If that means cutting rates, robbing the middle class even further, that's what she's for. And again, do not take my word for it. Look it up yourself, Judy Sheldon. Very interesting, but it plays right into where we are in this environment. It's incredible. And who knows when this whole thing will correct to fair value. I still stick to my guns that it will at one point. But you can see the effort going on right now to keep this going on beyond the president. Again, there was a lot of talk about how the president wanted to end the Fed, but it looks like he wants this woman in, which would make the Fed, again, bring them right to the top of that pyramid, even more so than they are now. I don't know whoever started that rumor, but it's laughable, and I'm laughing. I don't know another way to put it. All right, look. So that's the story, pretty much. There's this phenomenon occurring in the market every single time, without exception, for weeks. Stocks open lower, right at the open it gets bought up, market goes positive, sometimes puts on hundreds of points. This is the scenario we are in, despite trade wars, despite threats of wars, despite earnings falling off of a cliff, despite industrial production falling off of a cliff. You know, you could go on and on. Stock market seems invincible because it's fake. Now, with that said, I did an interview with Silver Doctors. I want you to pay attention to this, so I'm going to keep this video short. In the description of this video is a link to that interview. Check it out. Listen to what we talked about. I will read the comments over there, and it plays right into everything that we're seeing here as well. All right, with that said, check out that interview. Again, link in the description of this video. This guy loves you. See you at the end of the day.